All right, welcome to the BreadNation SquadCast. I'm your host, MikeydaKing. I'm here with Luxxoh, Kitano. What's your name again? Oh, Loki. Sorry, you just stopped that point. Hey, Leo, which is RelentlessAnimated. SuperChonic and Rohan Reaper. There we go. And our topic today is, why is Xbox so dog shit? What's up?
We're not starting off like that. We're not starting.
Why not?
We're starting off like that. Listen.
Right, Lamar, what are your opinions on how bad Xbox is?
Why is Xbox so dog shit, bro? Come on, bro.
First off, are you saying Xbox as in the original, the 360, and Xbox One, or just the Xbox?
No, we're talking about Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Y'all smoking straight. Y'all smoking just straight.
Xbox One.
Xbox
and Xbox 360.
360, I mess with. 360, I mess with. All right, and the first one a little bit too.
Just to make it simple on everybody, we're talking about the current gen. I'm pretty sure no one here plays.
We're
the
talking
Xbox
about
360.
everything.
I do. Fuck.
Yeah,
I
still play Xbox
I still play it.
What you mean? I do.
Why would you play a 360 when the Xbox One literally has backward compatibility?
Exactly.
Why you still
That's how I play my
360.
360.
Into a conflict here, all right. Listen, I read a book that basically
Just brace yourself,
said,
fool.
Wait, you read?
Oh yeah, I read, my nigga. Trust me, my nigga. Reading is helpful to you. But like I was saying, right? I read a book that basically was explaining all the best games for Xbox One, right? And I opened up the first page, and guess what it says?
PS4 is the greatest console of all time.
No, it says go buy a PS4, you bum.
There you go.
You know, let me ask you this. Why do you guys say the Xbox is dog face?
Because it got no games.
No,
Yeah.
it has
Okay.
games.
Slightly.
No. So what games does PlayStation have?
I like the backwards compatibility, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's just
Let me ask y'all this real quick.
what?
What games does PlayStation have that Xbox doesn't then?
I like Uncharted.
Spider-Man.
I like Last of Us.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Last of Us. Even though
Let me ask you
Like,
this:
all the
how many of them have you
All the
actually
single
played?
player games.
How many of them have you actually
I
played?
played Bloodborne.
I'm
I
tired
played
of
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, we got Little
What
Big
did-
Planet. You didn't even touch that game. Oh, we got Horizon Zero
Yes, I
Dawn. You
did.
didn't even touch that game. Oh, I
Yes,
got
I
Spider-Man on my console. Bitch, you watched the Red Brad play. You didn't play.
Yeah, get this man Scoopy Snap.
First of all,
I
was
tired of
broke.
niggas talking about the exclusives.
I was broke, so
Y'all
that's
don't
why I
even play
watched
the
the Brad
exclusives.
play.
Don't bring that shit up.
Bro, yes I did. I played all the Uncharted. What are you talking about?
I played all the Uncharted. Cool. I played all the Halos. There's more
Okay,
to.
so did I.
Yeah, but Halo got
Yeah,
really
but-
shit after like what?
Yeah,
the third
Halo
one?
got shit after like.
Yeah, I don't know. After
Yeah,
three,
I'm
after
trying
three,
to
it was
shit.
over.
What is your point, bro? What is your point? I don't
We
get
gonna
it.
say Halo Reach.
Yeah,
No,
exactly,
That's
bro.
crazy. He's
After
gonna say
Reach.
Halo Reach is trash.
Yeah, bro.
Look, after Halo 3, it
I
was
only like
over.
Halo 3, bro. That's the only one I really
Rohan,
like.
are you-
I like Halo Wars. It was weird.
Nah, it wasn't really.
You are low.
You didn't really mess with Halo Wars.
Kind of low too.
Niggas ain't fucking with State
It
of
was
Decay.
arcade-
Niggas
it
ain't
was
fucking with
arcadey,
Sea of
bro.
Thieves.
It was arcadey, bro. See if he's alright.
Listen. What games does Xbox have that you're trying to make a fucking point?
To be honest with you, the only reason why I would buy Xbox is because of Forza. That's it.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes,
Besides Forza, what are the
That's
games
about
where
it.
you actually go ahead and buy a PS or an Xbox?
Still good.
Okay.
Call of
If you
Duty.
could- since it's backwards compatibility, I would do Stronghold. That's some game on Xbox.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
No, I'm not gonna do Call of Duty.
I said
No.
games that Xbox has that we don't have. We technically speaking have Call of Duty. It's just we don't have the old.
I don't know.
All I'm saying is,
Are y'all fans
I'm
of Gears
saying
of War?
yes.
Not really. No.
I played
I-
years, but
When I played it,
It
I
got
fucked with it, but like,
they got bad after.
I never played Gears like that because I've actually never owned an Xbox in my entire life. I've only ever played an Xbox twice. Once because my
Leo,
cousin
you're
has
missing out.
it. Once because my cousin has it, and another time because of someone I was friends with, like, fucking years and years ago now, had an Xbox and I stayed over and played it once. Outside of that, I've never played Xbox.
I love it how we're all talking about the exclusive games. That
Yeah, I'm
both
looking right now.
consoles
I'm
have.
looking at it right now.
Oh yeah, but did we all forget that basically PC has all of this?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
no,
you
no,
did.
that's-
Xbox and PC.
Yeah, they do.
Xbox
Yes,
and
they do.
PC.
They have every single Xbox exclusive.
Oh,
game.
Xbox exclusive, yeah.
Because
I was thinking
Xbox
PlayStation.
is
Yeah, I don't know
PC,
about
yeah.
PS4. I don't know about P. I
It's
don't know about
Xbox and
Microsoft.
PC.
Duh.
Microsoft.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like,
Microsoft
look
run
at
the
that,
show.
my guy.
Microsoft run the show. Fuck Sony.
Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga, y'all got that
That's
countertop
cool.
bullshit coming out.
That's
Nigga, what the fuck? What, nigga, I'm about to use that shit as my nightstand.
Fuck Sony.
I'm fine with Bill Gates running the show. I'm fine.
Listen, I'd
No,
rather
no, I'm
have
not.
VR players on a fucking tabletop.
No, I'm not. I don't know about you.
What you mean?
You on your own with that one, Mikey.
What you mean, bro? Hey, look at that Dance Central. Look at you see, y'all killing it with that Dance Central for Xbox One.
What the hell you
Nigga
talking
still
about?
play Dance Central?
That's a
still a
great
thing?
Xbox exclusive.
No.
I love it. Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct is not Xbox exclusive.
Well, it's on here.
Hell no, nigga.
Are you looking at the Game Pass? Oh, by the way, the Xbox has a Game Pass. Completely forgot about that. PlayStation can't keep up with that.
See, how you forgot about it, but you try to defend it?
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
What?
I know damn well you did not just put that Xbox Game Pass over everything.
He did.
Are you?
Oh, no.
Do you not
Because
know
it's the
what the Game
deal.
Pass is?
Explain
Isn't
to
it?
us.
Isn't it
Get to
basically a
elaborate.
bunch of Xbox exclusive games for like free for basically like a year, but you have to pay like $60?
Nigga said $60. I haven't paid more than $10, and I've had it for 2 years now.
I mean, people
I'm sorry,
have had
wait.
PlayStation Plus for years and never paid a buck.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
for
but you're
free.
paying money for it now, bitch.
No,
No.
Well, that's because they stopped it.
What you mean?
Now,
I
imagine
got
when they
Super
stopped
Chonic
it.
over there.
Shit.
You're paying for it now. You pay for it now. Congratulations, PS3. Y'all ain't paid for
I'm living
a lick
for
of online
free.
just
I
for your
got
shit to get hacked every
SuperChonic
2
over
months.
there. I'm
Y'all
living
spend
for
summers
Actually-
without your shit.
actually-
You spend
correct-
Christmases without having
correct-
online.
Chill.
Correction. What happened with the PS3 was that basically we were paying for services in the beginning, but there was a first hack before the big one that happened during Christmas. That was the reason why we got free PlayStation Plus, or more or less, we didn't have to pay for it. That's the
Right.
whole reason behind
So-
it. Yeah, there,
So I don't
Here,
know why I
in the
like
beginning-
I'm
PlayStation.
looking
After
at the
that,
Xbox Game Pass, and the games on it right now are 2K20, Football Manager 2020, The Witcher 3, Minecraft, Yakuza Kiwami, Rocket
Okay.
League, Deliver Us to
okay.
the Moon,
yeah,
don't know
and
about that.
Journey to the Savage Planet.
I don't want to go
There's
to no planet.
hold on. Let me boot up my Xbox real quick because I can tell you right now, there's way more games up on that Game Pass.
Oh yeah, never
So
mind. There's a
basically-
tab here with more games.
So basically, it's PlayStation
Way more
Plus.
games.
Actually,
No, it's not
wait a
PlayStation
minute.
Plus because PlayStation Plus only gets like 2 games a month. You
Wait
get
a minute,
200 plus games.
wait a minute. We actually have something similar to this.
No, you don't. Your
PlayStation
PlayStation Now. No, PlayStation Now does not work the same way. That only allows you to play old ass PS3 games, and even then,
it
you need to
doesn't.
have
No,
good
it
Wi-Fi
doesn't.
connection.
No, it doesn't.
You
No,
need
it
good
doesn't.
Wi-Fi
no,
connection.
it doesn't. It's not just that. It's not just that. You can play
You need
PS4 games released, or games that basically have been released.
And you need to
can
have
play
a good
Borderlands
Wi-Fi
3.
connection to play them.
No, you don't. No, you
If
don't.
your Wi-Fi's ass, you can't
If
touch
you
it.
no, Lamar, obviously,
And it's
you
still $20 a
clearly
month.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Holy
That dude's
shit.
just yelling at this point.
He's just mad. All right, listen, Lamar, calm down. All right, calm
Alright,
down.
go
I'm
ahead,
not
go
Piss
Michael.
off.
I'm
See,
not
Leo?
Michael.
I
Calm
told
down.
you.
Listen,
I
Alright.
told you. You see, Leo? I
Go
told
ahead,
you.
go ahead.
You go ahead. You bring up the
Yeah,
game.
just had to
right?
piss his
Now,
man
let me
off.
go ahead and bring up the
What's up
PlayStation.
against one?
PlayStation now, right?
He loves to start.
Even though you apparently said you only spent $10 on that Game Pass, you can technically speaking do the same thing here. However, the only difference is this: with y'all have backwards compatibility. With us, we don't. So that's why we can go ahead and basically play the PS3 games. But we have to stream that through internet. We cannot download it physically onto our fucking consoles unless there's been a remastered or revised version, whatever the case may be. However, if it is a PS4 game and it's been released, say for example Borderlands 3, I can get Borderlands 3 right now. I can get 2K20 right now. All I have to do is download it. Half of the size too.
2K20, so
Half of the size.
I don't want to
too.
have this discussion because I want to rant.
See-
We'll have the discussion later on.
No,
I
it was
would
like
just like to point out-
nigga was over here saying no. That's why you can stream it and all that type of shit. Hey, what?
Did you know what you
Sorry.
said? You had to stream them backwards compatible games. We don't gotta stream them shits.
Okay,
Fuck
this
okay,
shit.
Where to go?
okay. But right now, tell me, how many niggas are right now playing fucking Call of Duty Black Ops 1 right now?
I would be.
me.
I can
I
check
would.
right now. Hold on.
I would.
Because I
I
know
would be.
I would.
I would.
I mean,
I would.
me and Sean would be.
I would be playing Black Ops fucking 2 right now. I would be playing Modern Warfare 3. Modern
So-
Warfare 2 as well.
I want to get you
I
guys.
don't know
take
about
on this.
Modern Warfare. You lost me at Modern Warfare right now.
I like Skate 2.
So-
nah,
Alright, here
nigga,
we
Modern
go.
Warfare is the
Yeah.
shit. What the fuck you on about?
So in
That's
the
boring.
in the podcast chat,
find it
I put
boring.
a link to something which I want to get your guys' take on. So talking about exclusives and shit, obviously Xbox being on PC and stuff with Microsoft existing, they have all their exclusives on PC. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is a while ago now about Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a PlayStation exclusive, but it's now being released on PC. And when this first came out, PlayStation people were mad as fuck because it's like, wait, this is a Sony exclusive. Why are you putting it on the Steam store?
You know,
I linked you guys to the original article because I'm curious what you guys
I
think
mean,
about
I'm
it.
probably not gonna go ahead and read up on the article, but the thing is like this: I don't understand why people go ahead and complain about exclusivities coming on to basically different platforms when one platform can basically do it all with the use of ROMs and other shit. Like, you can play Horizon Zero Dawn
I don't see the problem
with a fucking ROM. That's all you need. But like, people go ahead and complain when it's the actual fucking game. It's like the DLC exclusivity with fucking Sony and goddamn Microsoft. Like,
Well, yeah, but it's
niggas are
different
still
when people
waiting for
play
that
with a
shit.
ROM. It's different when you play with a ROM because Sony didn't intend for it to be played on PC. So people playing with a ROM you can't do anything about. But when they're actually saying, hey, here's this game that's exclusive to PlayStation, but it's not really exclusive to PlayStation, people got tight about it because they spent money on the game on PlayStation and it ended up coming to PC anyway.
wow, I really want to know how they feel when they find out that they could have just downloaded a ROM.
I mean, it's not always that simple, especially to get a
True,
good one.
true,
And you need a PC
True.
that can run it.
true.
You need
true.
money.
I mean,
Yeah,
again,
PlayStation
these are-
4 ROMs aren't exactly like Game Boy Advanced ROMs.
No,
It's easier to play Pokemon.
Or PS2 ROMs. PS2 ROMs are fucking amazing, but we're not gonna get on that. But yeah, no, it's like, again, like I said, like I don't understand why people go ahead and still complain about. Okay, from a purchase standpoint, understandable. If you have a PC and you want to play Horizon Zero Dawn and you don't have a PS4, okay, understandable. I can see why you're getting pissed the fuck off. You wasted your money. But if you're like one of those little fucking fanboys like Lamar here, who has a thumb up his ass,
Don't-
basically shouts
Did you
at
just,
everybody,
whoa,
basically
did you just call me a
goes and talks
fanboy
shit
after y'all
about
just
it.
start off the argument talking about how Xbox on shit? What? You cannot, you can't call me a
Bro,
like I
fanboy
was
when y'all
saying,
start
I
off
started
talking.
this
No,
because-
no.
I started this because I started this because
No,
I know this would be a good way to start this.
Like
This
I
is
said.
business. That's all,
Like
bro.
I
It's just
said.
business.
Like I said, if and I feel like the people who complain about that type of shit again are like fanboys who go ahead and basically complain when they see something about their console and it's a great game going somewhere else. They're like, no, that's ours. I don't want to give that to nobody. I don't want to share this hoe with anybody. Nah, this is mine. Like, what's the whole big deal about it, my nigga? Like, sales have already made its, that it made their profit. Let them make
That's your
more
PlayStation,
profit.
brethren.
Lamar, why do you have so much hatred right now?
I'm
I
tired.
knew-
I'm tired of PlayStation niggas disrespecting every console but the PlayStation.
Let's
They
do
all
Y'all
that.
act
fine.
like y'all act like
Fine.
PlayStation is God's gift to the world.
No,
We
no,
did.
think about it like
Fine.
this. Look, I
I'll play
love
devil's
Xbox.
advocate. I'll play devil's advocate. Yo, my nigga, you see what happened right now during fucking this whole fucking week? I can't join a fucking party because the fucking party list doesn't load in. I wonder why.
That's not just me.
Servers are
honestly,
trash.
honestly, no, it's not just you. I know Rohan was having that too, and I'm be real.
Me
I was
This is
too.
having
your
that.
problem
I was having
because
it.
over here
Oh.
in Queensland, we
But
I
that's
haven't
what
had
I'm
any
saying
issues.
though. But Leo, that's the thing I'm trying to say. I wasn't trying to say.
Leo,
I'm trying to
Leo.
basically say
We
that,
over
like,
there. We over
Yeah,
here.
you're over there. Remember,
Alright.
you're from the UK. We are not. You stay your wet coat ass over there. All right.
That sounds
All right.
like a you guys problem.
Anyway, so like I was saying,
So,
You know what? You
We're
still
not-
call it
interesting
PlayStation.
thing.
That's a you problem too.
One
not-
interesting thing, if you guys want to take a look at this graph real quick, it's probably best if Lamar doesn't look at this graph, but everyone else can.
No. I gotta see this.
And
this.
so this
Here
is
we go. The
from
global lifetime sales.
this is from March 2017 all the way up to now. Well, no, not now. Up to March 2019. And
Wow,
This is
Nintendo
what-
Switch is winning.
no, it's not. Nintendo Switch is
No,
red.
no,
It's at the
no.
bottom. It's last.
No. I mean for current right now. Current.
Oh, currently
Yeah,
it's
they
gonna
won
be
it.
much higher. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be much
it's
higher.
currently
currently.
higher
See,
because of the whole.
Here's
Here's
the thing
too.
that people fail
Let me
to.
get you a
Oh, go ahead,
2020 graph. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Hold on. You guys are gonna love this.
Yeah, while you're
No.
Oh.
Take a look at this graph.
Damn, that was quick as shit. All
Take
right,
a look at this graph. So, for people listening, I'll put the links to this shit in the description. But basically, as of as of November last year, but now coming up to March 2020, Nintendo Switch has just overtaken Xbox in sales. Neither of them are anywhere near PlayStation. They're not even making half of what PlayStation's making. But
so now let me sprinkle in some little information here. Yes, the PlayStation sells better overseas, but in the States, the Xbox sells better. Let me ask y'all a quick question.
no, this
Would you
isn't
say
an
Apple's
overseas
better?
thing.
Hold
This
on,
is
hold
global.
on, hold on.
This is
Hold on.
exactly. This is global. This is including
Let's
overseas
just see
sales.
what he has to say. Go ahead.
Let me ask y'all this: what is better, Android or Apple?
Oh.
well,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
see,
I
It
see what he-
depends
I like
on
Apple.
why
I like
you get a phone,
I
but
like
I'm going with
Apple.
Apple.
And every
No,
single
I-
one of you own an Apple
but
and not an
it's-
Android.
No, but
But
I can
yet-
understand.
but
I can
yet
understand what
Android
you're
Rohan
sells
has
way
Rohan has an
better.
Android.
Way better.
Okay,
because of
but
overseas sales.
Lamar,
I
if you want to
mean,
go ahead and if you wanna go
Android
ahead and
sells
do that-
better as well because people don't buy iPhones to fuck around with them. People buy Androids to fuck around with them because it's so
Yeah, but
easy
I
to
was-
fuck with an Android.
I was also gonna play devil's advocate and just say this right now: Apple gets all their parts from fucking same company that makes Android's thing. And here's the thing too:
Fine,
it should be no surprise because companies do this because there's something called different departments. And the thing that you're basically trying to compare with the phones versus this, two different things. When the person goes ahead and decides to choose a cell phone, they're not choosing the cell phone because of how it runs. Well,
They're
mainly
choosing how it looks.
not even just how it looks, because that's their preference. Person goes ahead and chooses an iPhone, they just need a fucking phone just to go ahead and carry out their daily tasks. They don't need a fucking phone that can flip into two different fucking screens than one and then do some Pocahontas shit. Like, no, they don't need that.
I actually want that. I want that.
No. I mean, anybody wants that. But the thing is like, it goes back to, like, I had an argument with a teacher who was trying to explain to me that basically a cell phone is the greatest invention that he's ever seen in his life. And I went ahead and I told him, no, it's not. Exactly. This dude was like in his fucking 50s at least. 50s,
I see
60s.
why.
And he was basically trying to say, like, the phone was the best thing. And I'm thinking, I'm like, that's not the best creation. And it goes back to this.
Do you not see how much you can do with your phone?
I mean, he's not
Yes,
wrong.
but here's the thing. That's not.
I hear
the
Rohan, but
invention
he's
of
mad
all.
low.
Oh yeah, Ron, you were extremely low. I was trying to tell you that when I was in the fucking party. But yeah, no, freaking, like, consoles are a thing about performance. It's about what runs better, what has the better graphics, what plays better, what feels better. It all becomes a preference at that point. But at the same time, you don't compare consoles through sales or through fucking goddamn game exclusives. You compare it through specs.
Mhm.
Right now, the fucking PS5 is only slightly by a hair behind the fucking tabletop fucking Xbox, whatever the fuck it's called.
Xbox,
X Series,
Whatever the fuck it's called.
No,
right?
Series X, Series X.
Listen. I see it as DVR player versus fucking tabletop. All right, two different fucking things. But
cooler.
the thing about the PS5 though is that the PS5 has more accessibility. You can do way more with a PS5.
What can you do on the PS5?
Apparently, they're saying. Okay,
Look,
this is
at
what they
the end of the
reported.
day,
There's cross
PS5
There's
or
no,
Xbox.
there's no end of the day. There's cross save, there's cross generation, there's cross play. Not only that, but say for example, you
Shit,
still have a
that Xbox
PS4 and your
already
homeboys get a PS5. That's where the cross generation play comes in.
Xbox is already doing this. What the fuck? You could do this currently. You're gonna do this on the next gen too. Yes,
No,
you
they
can.
ain't. No, they ain't. They only doing cross play and they only doing backwards compatibility. And there was rumors that they were talking about doing cross save. They weren't talking about cross generation play. They only talked about cross play.
Okay, look, here's the thing as well.
Goodness.
Here's
Oh
the thing
my
as well.
goodness. Xbox has been doing cross
Specs aren't everything either. Like, the reason I say that is because, for example, my cousin and my mum have I bought them each PlayStation 4, right? And it's like, they don't need a console that is gonna run in amazing fucking graphics at super high speeds so they can play Uncharted and Minecraft and Resident Evil. Like, they don't care.
give me
That's
a
what they
PC
buy it
and I'm
for,
good.
right? It's
Well,
like,
okay, but you're talking from the casual person.
but then you need to remember they are still consumers. It is still a reason when you consider, do you buy a PlayStation or an Xbox? You also need to consider, what are you buying it for? It's like the Wii, for example.
Yeah,
loads of people bought the Wii when it first came out. Was it like anything super ahead of the league? No, it wasn't.
Nope.
But it was a family console and it had motion controls and it was cool. Same as the
easy to
Nintendo
play.
Switch. The Switch does not have the hardware of consoles and much less the hardware of PCs. But the things it offers, because the games that are on it, and it's a handheld and you can walk around with it, and how simple it is for it to have a Switch, like,
Of course.
that's why it has so many sales. Also, worth noting, the graphs I was sending before, Christmas of last year, fucking Nintendo Switch more than doubled the sales of PlayStation, which doubled the sales of Xbox. So, yeah, Switch sells quite a fucking lot.
I don't blame the Corona fucking.
But then it's like, yeah, and then that's the thing, right? Especially when you look at this, when you're comparing these, you're not gonna say, oh, Switch is so much better, because it's like, it sold more, but it's got much less, like, the hardware and the specs in it are nowhere near what the others have. So there's a lot more things to consider than just the specs or just the
Whatever
price.
is easiest to play.
It's about your consumer group. How well does your product target your consumer group? And Nintendo has a consumer group that they can sell lots of shit to. Like, they know what they're doing, whereas consoles are struggling, I think.
Well, see, like I could see where you're coming from, but the thing is also is like, again, there's two different audiences when it comes to consoles. Obviously, like you said, the casual consumer, like your mother or cousin, right? They go ahead, they buy their consoles just to
Well, I bought it for them,
watch
but yeah.
Netflix or do shit, right. But you buy a console for a completely different reason. You bought a console because you want to watch that fucking Last of Us remastered fucking cutscenes.
I mean, that's not really true. I mean, I'm gonna pre-order the PS5, and I don't even know why, because I don't even play games. But I'm pre-ordering the PS5 anyway.
Yeah, I was
just because it's PlayStation.
Okay, then. Preference. There you go. But
Yes.
some of us tech geeks, some of us consumers, some of us
Dickheads.
whatever the fuck Lamar is, because he's raging at this point.
Definitely. Well, Melson.
But like, again, there's
Don't get
a
me
lot
wrong,
of
I'm still an
factors.
Xbox fan regardless.
Wait, is this
But-
working better?
Yo,
Either way,
I'm a
still
fan
have both
of the best
regardless.
gaming
Yeah, Rohan,
experience.
everyone's just really fucking loud. But you're good.
Nigga.
Nah, is it working better now? Is it
Yeah,
crazy?
it's working better. We can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Alright, cool.
You alive, motherfucker.
Yeah, but basically, like, I'm gonna put it in a sense like this for you: the console war ended long time ago.
definitely.
Time ago.
We came to peace. We accept both.
Yeah, we
I understand
finally
that.
came to peace.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we came
That's
to
crazy.
peace.
Well, I wouldn't say we came to peace. I would say like we have a new.
No.
neutral
It
agreement.
was
It's a
more or less.
treaty. A
No,
truce.
We have
nigga,
an agreement.
it was like fucking Germany after World War
Nah,
I. They
there's
kept it
still
secret
no.
until they
There's
got
still.
I'd
being
say that
competitive.
Xbox learned where their place was. That's about as far as
Okay,
I
hold on.
And this what you call peace among the nations? No,
Wait,
somebody kick the Fire Nation out of here,
I'm gonna
please.
say
I mean,
because
it don't belong
Xbox is
like,
becoming more
With the
known.
modern console, like, it has nothing to do with like necessarily hardware, because like they're both around the same place. Let's be real here. Like, it's mostly by
the
exclusives.
Xbox One and the PS4.
Yeah, I think they're around like the same.
Pro's a little bit better. Pro's a bit better.
No, we're not talking
Yeah,
about
Pro
Pro. Just
is.
like
No,
base,
no,
the
no.
base.
Oh,
Oh,
about,
okay.
like-
Base consoles. I think the PS4 is like slightly like by a hair better.
Well, they're basically the same.
But
Yeah.
like essentially the same. Like, you're gonna get around the same performance. You're not getting more than 30 frames per second. Like, you know, it's like you're not.
Nah, you're
gonna
not.
get
yeah, you're
like,
not getting Switch shit.
It's like you're getting the same thing.
You get what
So
you
it's
get.
just about what are your friends on what exclusives they have. Like, literally, that's all you're choosing between.
True.
Like Leo
But-
Taylor when he said if everyone's going to move over to Xbox, he's moving back to PlayStation.
Nah, that's big cap.
He wants to be alone.
He wants to be so alone.
He's
He
still
knows where
gonna
he's
buy
going.
another console. Nah. He's
Hey,
gonna
man,
buy
I'm
another
just
one.
saying, At the end of the
Wherever
day, why not
everyone
just
else
have
is.
both?
I have them all.
No, and
Y'all say the same?
That too. That could work.
No,
Like,
no,
I'm not buying
like,
both.
like,
I'm
here's the
legit.
thing,
Like,
I
I
don't
don't think it's
know.
worth
Yeah,
it.
I'll
the
buy
thing,
both.
though.
I don't mind.
me
Yeah,
and Lamar know somebody that has.
Yeah,
both
maybe
besides-
like years after when it's worth like nothing.
Yeah,
But,
like,
like,
what I meant.
I
Like
got
either
my
way, you're gonna
Xbox
have
One
all of it.
first.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like the thing is, like me and
Cookie?
Lamar basically know
You want a
somebody that
cookie?
has both consoles, money. And the thing is like he prefers, or no, my bad. His favorite out of the both is Xbox because he thinks Xbox is better, right? Again, the console war ended so many years
No,
back,
it did
but
not.
it's gonna come back.
No,
It's
not
gonna
really.
come back.
It
It never
didn't go
ended.
anywhere.
It
never
ended.
ended.
It ended because of the announcement of
No, it-
crossplay, so people
no, it didn't.
basically didn't compare.
No, it didn't. That doesn't mean anything.
doesn't
That doesn't
matter.
mean
It
anything.
definitely didn't.
Crossplay,
No, it did not.
it never ended.
People still trying
You
to
got
go over
Jason
who was
Pierce.
going against PS5 and the new
Yo,
Xbox. People
Days,
still on
calm
that.
down.
It doesn't
Chill,
end.
chill,
Bro,
chill.
they've
fight,
already
man,
made jokes
chill.
about the new Xbox. Like,
Oh,
it's
nigga,
still
yeah,
there.
but that was
I
like,
look at it,
that
I
was
mean,
like,
never
that was
ended.
like
That's a
last
cooler.
year in November. Like niggas are calling this shit a fucking
It's a
decoration in
cooler.
your kitchen.
It's a
Like
cooler.
Like I said,
The war has
It
a
never
It's
ended.
not
Console
an
wars
official
anymore. It's
release
more
for
so
the
like I
PS5
said,
design
nigga, a
either, so it's
tabletop.
like,
Yeah,
Like I
people
said,
might buy that as
it's
a mistaken for a
tabletop
mini fridge.
VR.
that's,
bro,
that's
we
not
still
even
don't know what the
console wars
PS5
anymore.
looks like. Like,
Oh,
we're still
no,
waiting
we
on
do.
that.
We actually
does it
do.
look
They
like?
have images. They have images. There was a release.
Is
like,
that like that
No,
space
no.
pod landing type
Yeah,
shit?
no, that's not
that wasn't
the PS5.
Yeah, that wasn't official. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was just made by fans.
Well, there's that, and also any pictures that look official, they don't have it inside its release case. Like, the PlayStation 4 had
that's
really
the
dope looking
intel.
cases, but it
Intel.
released looking like this. They just need something to put the wires inside so they can
Yeah,
use it
the
as a
inner
console.
shell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
to get
just,
Yeah, just to
I don't
test
know,
it
it could
out,
look like a
just-
fucking shoebox.
nigga,
People
it looks
still
like
buy
a
it.
DVR player.
I think
Like, I
that's
have
fucking
no
cool.
reason.
There's
Like, I
a
don't
mini
understand
fridge.
why, like, they haven't released like an image of it or something.
They haven't released the image, but they've released the specs.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
point.
Yeah.
But I still want to see what it looks like. The controller already looks fucking weird.
I mean,
Let's see what
yeah, we
the
already know what the
fucking
Still
controller
trying to
looks.
work on. They're probably still trying to
Actually-
work on something that's gonna work.
Oh, hold on. So I actually need to ask y'all this. y'all saw the PS5 controller, right? The white
Yeah.
one, right? Okay.
Yeah,
hold
It's
on.
just
pretty much.
Hold
bulkier,
on, so-
pretty much.
Now, yeah, but somebody explain.
And this is
to me
it looks
here.
like an Xbox controller to me. It
Well,
looks like an
that
Xbox controller.
too. But like again, like I said, someone explain this because I remember I saw a video that PlayStation put up, and it was basically speaking about the DualShock 5 controller. And the funny thing is, it looked nothing, and I mean nothing like the one that's releasing with the PS5. It was
Yeah,
literally
I
the
mean,
design
that
was
was probably
completely
like
different.
no,
probably
it was
the
like
early
bro,
design
'cause,
they
like,
had probably
I
way back.
shit you not. Not even, bro. The DualShock 5 controller that they made that I saw in the fucking trailer, I think you can fucking look it up. You'll probably find it too.
Yeah.
It's literally like a normal PS4 controller, except that everything on that controller can be taken off and replaced. You can adjust things. You can set different settings on your bumpers and all that type of stuff. You can go ahead and remove the
It
rumblers
sounds like
and all that
it
type
sounds
of
like a
stuff.
PC controller to me.
No,
That's what
it's
it
The
looks like.
Xbox
basically a
Elite
SCUF
controller.
No, it's basically a SCUF controller.
Yeah.
The Xbox Elite, the fucking Elite controller, you couldn't take off the fucking joysticks. You couldn't go ahead and adjust the D-pad. You couldn't adjust the fucking paddles. You couldn't adjust any of that. You can do all of that. You can
Sure.
change the color of the controller. You can go ahead and adjust the audio with the fucking.
Man, sounds salty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lamar sounds salty, but like that's the thing. This controller was basically a SCUF controller, and I thought they were gonna release that for the PS5. But then I saw this bullshit, and I'm like,
Nah. Well, remember,
like,
it must
somebody
have been an early
clarify for me.
design or a design from like way before.
I'm thinking it's an no. The one I was talking about was not an early design because they dropped a full blown fucking trailer, everything like that. This shit was already fucking like in call.
Well,
to
I
come
mean,
into the
they-
store.
I mean,
They also
PlayStation's
had
been known to
designs that
PlayStation's been
changed
known to
some
do
of
this
those
before,
patterns.
so it's like it's not like it's new to me.
True, but like the thing I'm basically saying is like I want to know like if anybody can clarify this for me. Which controller are
Nah.
we getting?
Didn't
I
they
think it's the
post
white.
that
one
white
looks
one on
bulky,
their
I'm pretty
official
sure.
Yeah, 'cause the
Instagram?
one that they showed, because that one was the one that was like,
Damn.
shown the most.
Jason,
Copy of this
why you
distorted.
guys take authority?
Like I
Take
said, my
authority
nigga
like that.
Jason was over here. He's like the war is not over.
It's not
Is
over.
it, y'all want me to be quiet or you want me to talk? I can do either one.
It's,
Nah, it's
okay.
not that. It's that
Nah,
your
you
mic was
can talk,
distorted.
bro. It's just,
Yeah, we're just
damn,
not, we're
like,
just
you
not
coming
used
at me like
to
a
you speaking,
dictator.
bro.
I like
the
this
bass
shit.
is
Like,
boosted,
bro, are
you
you
know?
speaking to an audience or are you speaking to your friends?
State
Like,
your
Well,
claim,
technically
young
speaking,
sim.
this is the audience.
Nah,
The
this
record's
is
on.
this is Jace when he's like this.
Are we not recording?
I don't know. Are we? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, we're
All
recording
I
for
know
half
is
an
that the
hour.
war
Speak
did
up.
not end.
speak up, nigga.
That's not even a war anymore. It's
Say
just
it with the
Xbox
chat.
It's
trying to
still a
defend
war.
themselves.
It's still a war.
Listen,
It's just
listen.
Xbox
Let me
defending
go
this
ahead and put it in a sense like this. I'm not talking
PlayStation.
about the sales war.
It's not
I'm
even
talking
like
about the shit
Xbox
talking
versus
war.
PlayStation. It's still.
The shit
Oh,
war
okay,
is never
fine.
gonna end.
No.
They ain't gonna
I mean like between games. Like nigga, the whole Call of Duty community across platform was enough. Niggas was
Look,
saying.
we don't talk about Call of Duty here. If we're gonna talk about game series that have just become
Well, I'm
absolute
talking about
dog
games that
shit,
have crossplay. I'm talking about games that have crossplay though.
you could give
That's
Call of
why I'm
Duty all the
interested.
crossplay you want. It's still a dog shit series.
Yeah, but we're not talking about video games here. Hold up, calm down. We're not
Damn,
talking
Leo.
about video games.
Damn, Leo.
We're not
Relax.
talking about video games, Leo. Nobody said
Relax,
Call of Duty
man.
was good.
It's like,
First Jace, now
you
you.
guys like the
Man,
things that we were doing with the earlier games. Let's change everything.
Whoa,
Why?
I can bring
We're
something.
getting off the
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Call of Duty now.
I don't
Call of
think it's the
Duty
games
is
themselves.
Leo's trigger word, so everyone be very careful when you say it.
Yo,
No,
Leo.
games trigger me in general.
Black Ops.
Black Ops 1
Zombies.
is the best thing ever. Black Ops 2 is the second best thing
You have to go all the way
ever.
back to World at War though. You have to go to the first one.
Hold
No,
on,
no,
I was
no.
about to say,
Black Ops 1 was the
mean,
best.
World at
Anyone
War
who says
I could agree
World
with
at
that.
not the best.
Anyone who says World at War is the best is saying it for one of two reasons. Either it's the nostalgia or they're lying to themselves. Right. World at War was
You
not the
lying
best
to
zombies
yourself.
game. Nah,
PPSH, my nigga.
World at War was not the best
Uh,
zombies game.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree
To
with.
start off, yes.
Actually, I could
Oh,
say Black Ops
Revolution.
2
Dude,
is number
all
one.
the
Started.
World
Black
at
Ops 1 was the
War
best
maps
one,
are
to be
in
honest.
Black Ops
Say
1.
Black
Why
Ops
would you need
1.
World
I
at
said
War?
Black
Ops
Ops
1.
Way better.
True, but then you could say the same thing about Black Ops 3. But
No,
Black Ops 3 did
Oh,
not have all the
let's not
maps.
go that far. Let's
Black
not go
Ops
that
3
far.
did not
Let's
have
not
all
go
the
that
maps.
far.
It's not the same. It's not the
That's like
same.
saying Black Ops 4 is good.
It's
I like
a different
how you said
feeling.
it.
This
different
is gonna
feeling.
be a hot
Dog,
take here.
Different feeling.
There's gonna be a hot take here, but anyone who says Origins is the best zombies map was actually born 3 days ago. I'm sorry.
Damn, Justin.
Origins
All
is
I'm
not
saying-
that good.
All I'm saying is anybody who
Damn,
says transit
Justin.
is good, you can go kill yourself. But
It was trash.
Nobody likes transit.
no one likes.
I like transit.
nigga.
I liked it. I liked it.
Nigga, bust
It was
through
different.
B.
Honestly-
bust through B, boy.
Honestly,
Niggas were salty because they boys
Doing-
left them behind in
yeah,
transit.
doing the Easter egg was
Transit
fun.
was good.
Doing the
because it
Easter egg was
different.
fun, but outside of doing the Easter egg, just playing single player on town
Alright,
was the most fun you get. out
name
of that.
one thing that was bad
Again.
about transit though. Like,
Again,
The
okay,
whole map
okay.
design
Hold
to
on.
me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
well, Mikey,
I
because he
just
how
sucked
you
at it.
get-
want to go ahead and
No,
let
I
everyone
didn't.
know.
I did not suck at it,
Let's not,
actually. I
let's
really
not
did
steer
suck at it.
away from the main topic.
I
We can
really
talk
did
about
suck
this a
at
little
it.
bit
It was
more,
just a
but-
terrible map design.
I mean, when do we never get off the main topic?
No. I'm saying we can get off the topic. I'm just saying let's not completely fucking forget about it.
No, we'll get back
Oh, we're
to
not
it in
forgetting about
about
it. Wait.
26 minutes.
In 26 minutes back, gotcha. But here's the thing. Let me just go ahead and say this one thing. The reason why transit is so fucking ass compared to all the other fucking zombie maps, including Zetsubo no fucking shit Shima. Alright?
That map sucks.
Okay, anyways.
The fucking
Transit-
thrashes, man.
Transit is trash because, one, okay, I like the whole concept with the big map and the fucking denizens coming at you, even though they were annoying little sacks of shit.
I'm
And
sick of
fucking-
needing a sex doll with a fan to power everything.
Thank you. Every single time
Okay.
something just got the same. I gotta go get this fucking turbine and put it right here.
This has no power. Go find your sex doll.
Or better yet,
Which
When
is
the
about
bus
3
driver
states
leaves-
away.
when the bus driver leaves you and you lose Jug.
Oh, that's the best part.
Wait, what?
When the bus driver leaves and you lost Jug.
That's the
And
best
you
part.
don't have
I never
quick
played the
revive.
map, so like I have no clue how that shit works. But
This is why
So,
like
Rohan,
okay, like
right, basically the like denizen things, they can go onto perk machines, and if they attack it for long enough, they will take
No,
that
it was
perk from everyone.
Avogadro was the one.
Oh yeah, sorry, the Avogadro. So, if you're in like the town area, and Jug is in like the farm area or whatever, and the Avogadro takes it, then you have to either spend 20 minutes running there, or spend 1 minute getting there on the bus that you just waited 19 minutes for. Right.
Yeah, and not only that too, but let's say for example, you're on all the way at the other side of the fucking map, right? And Jug's all the way on the other side of the map, and same with Quick Revive. And you go down, and the bus is not there. You're fucked.
Kind of bamboozled.
You're fucked. Oh, let's not even begin with the Wonder
If
Weapon.
you know how. Okay.
Y'all remember the jet gun?
Oh yeah.
The most trash fucking Wonder Weapon I've ever seen in my life. You use it, you're not supposed to use it all, or else it'll fucking destroy. And then you have to rebuild the whole shit.
You wanna know what a fucking garbage Wonder Weapon is? The Baby Maker from whatever that
Whoa,
jungle map was.
whoa!
Fucking J3T. Blah
Whoa,
blah blah.
easy
whatever.
there.
I will
partner.
let you speak. I will let you speak, but just slow down. All right. That is literally the #1 best Wonder Weapon in the game. All right. Don't doubt that.
Okay, I ain't gonna say number one, but
I was gonna say,
I don't know
excuse
about
me,
number one.
have you
like,
ever used
Justin, you ain't
the
know
fucking Wonder Wolf from World at War? Not the Black Ops one, not the shitty nerfed one.
You're talking about.
the
I know you're talking about
OD.
pre-patch.
Yeah,
You're
we
talking
know
about
it's
Pre-patch.
Pre-patch.
Wonder
Yes.
Wolf.
Okay. But here's the thing. That is basically in its own.
Or
tier,
the Thunder
Wonder
Gun.
Wolf tier.
Or the Thunder
And-
Gun.
and- but
The Thunder
Gun
Just
is
don't forget about
the-
the
Thunder
no,
Gun
no,
is good, but I
The
think
Thunder
it's
Gun
like
doesn't always kill in one shot, but it always
No, it
knocks
doesn't.
down in one shot. So you
Yeah.
can never get cornered with a Thunder Gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like the thing about the Thunder Gun, like I said, this is why like you can literally go ahead and talk, or not even talk, but just like literally look up best Wonder Weapon in the game, and they will literally go ahead and say that the Baby Maker is the best Wonder Weapon in the game for the sole fact that it has not only a shit ton of fucking ammo, but you can turn a whole fucking train of zombies into babies, run into all of them, and they're all dead. Unless there's a napalm in there, then you're fucked. But
Actually, that is not the #1 Wonder Weapon, and there is a reason for that, right? So, this is like a top 5 thing here. I'm gonna take number 4 and 5 first. Ul's Arrow and the Storm Bow, which are from Origins. Origins?
I mean, Stormbow.
No, not Origins. Sorry.
No. Horizon Drop.
Yeah, Horizon Drop. Right.
I mean, pre-patch Stormbow was #1, but
The lightning bow was the best bow in the damn game.
yeah, nigga, Stormbow.
I mean,
that's the
even
Storm
now-
Bow, you idiot.
No. The wolf bow
Lightning
was.
bow.
So here we are.
Why?
So-
Wolf Bow is just easy
Fuck
to
out of
do.
here with that wolf bow.
I love the
Bow is
Wolf
just
Bow.
easy to do.
Yeah.
It's just-
The
No,
wolf
it's
bow is
easy.
the wolf
It's
bow is
Kind of
cool.
trash compared to.
Winter
it's
Owl
kinda
number
trash
1.
compared to the others.
Yeah,
The
okay.
fire
yeah,
bow.
the fire bow was
Second power.
the good thing about the fire bow was that it could stun them. But either way,
Exactly.
number
Alright,
3
go
is
ahead.
Thunder Gun, probably for the reasons I
The
said.
alien
But
bow
here we go.
was the
No,
best
here
one.
we go.
Hey,
Number
people.
2. Shut the fuck up. Number 2.
Okay, fine. You ain't gotta talk to me like that.
Number 2.
Number 2, Apothicon Servant.
Oh,
I mean,
forgot
It's a black
about
hole,
those.
and it's like guaranteed to kill at any level.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then
forgot
this
about
one,
that.
I feel like this is unfair because this is also because you can abuse a glitch. But the pre-patch Sliquifier.
Oh shit! That's right. That shit fucking melted.
From that fucking like
everything.
Chinese map.
Die Rise.
Yeah, Die Rise. Because you would just aim that shit at the window in the elevator shaft and just shoot,
And they would just slip on it, and they would actually, and it would spread after they slipped on it. But then they patched it where basically you wouldn't get that slipping, spreading effect anymore. Nah, I just remembered the Paralyzer.
I said that.
Yeah.
I
should-
forgot about that. That actually is,
From Buried.
yeah. Because you did the time bomb strat with that thing, and then basically that was it.
Yep.
Boys, by the way, we might as well call this fucking video like
Watch your mouth.
video game, or this podcast video game and console, because we just been talking about
Faggot.
Why?
Call of
There's so
Duty.
many other
It was more
video
so
games to talk
consoles and
about.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
We have
but,
so
like,
much
we're
more to
actually
talk about.
talking about Call of Duty quite a lot.
It's zombies, not Call of Duty.
Oh, you're right.
Zombies. Zombies.
Call of Duty Zombies. It's the
I mean,
same.
if you guys are done talking about zombies, we can just take this to all games, and we can talk about how shit all games are.
Oh,
Call of Duty
Actually,
is
Zombies.
I would love to rip 2K.
hold up.
World War Z zombies.
World War Z
say-
had potential.
No.
World War Z
Get
had
that
potential.
trash game out of here.
No,
Get it
no, it
out.
did. It had no. Yo, Mikey, I'm taking over the show now since you want
Shut
to say
up with
that.
your blasphemy head ass and get the fuck out with that game.
It had
Bro,
potential. Stop hating me.
You
What
want to know about
potential?
some dog shit? You want about some dog shit? Overwatch. The Overwatch League,
Oh,
right? The competitive
We're not even gonna
Overwatch
talk
League.
about that. We're not talking about that.
Listen. The Overwatch League is about to fall apart because one of the best players in the league, Sinatra, even though he was making a shit ton of money off of a contract he had with his team, right? Quit the Overwatch League out of nowhere because he was like, no, as soon as Valorant gets a competitive scene, he wants to be in Valorant's competitive scene. So he just dropped the Overwatch League out of nowhere. So they have lost like so many of the popular people that were in there, like Seagull, fucking XQC, Taimu, blah blah, from ages ago, and now they're just losing all the good players. So like no one knows the people in the Overwatch League unless they literally sit there and watch the Overwatch League every day. So the whole fucking thing is falling apart because one amazing player up and left for Valorant, which is also dog shit.
You were upset about a video game because of the league.
No. I think Overwatch is a dog shit game anyway. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was about to say
That
you got,
this
like,
adds
half
to
the
it.
people on that game rages, but
Because it's like, okay, I will admit, a lot of it is because the community of that game is dog shit, but they're not doing
Toxic.
themselves any favors. They're not doing themselves any favors.
you actually, Rohan, we were talking about this game not too long ago. What game
that?
was it that we were talking about that we said was absolute fucking garbage?
Ooh, you gotta be more specific than that.
Yeah.
It was
In this day and age, you gotta be a lot more specific.
It was recent. It was recent. I forgot what game it was, but me and you talked about it because we played it, and we both went ahead and said how fucking. Oh,
How long ago
wait,
was this?
Wait. This was like literally like a
Fortnite?
couple weeks ago. Okay, let's not.
We don't
start
talk about
recording,
Fortnite. That game
No,
should honestly.
Fortnite.
Actually,
Fortnite
you know
is
what?
not
There is
even
one
that
game
bad.
I can talk about.
Fortnite is
There is one game I can talk about.
Trash.
Minecraft?
See,
Minecraft. What?
What? That's not terrible either.
There is nothing wrong with
For what it-
Minecraft.
For what it is, it's amazing.
yeah, Minecraft is amazing. Let's just get it out.
I don't
No,
even play it, but I know it's
whoa,
good.
whoa.
Siege?
No one
Minecraft
expects
is like
anything out of
little niggas.
Minecraft.
Fuck
Minecraft
you.
is for anyone. What do you mean?
I don't know why.
Minecraft
Trash ass game down.
is gay.
God.
No, you're gay for thinking it's
No,
gay.
Rohan, the fact that your title of your hashtag whatever thing is you're gay.
No, it's you're gay. Get it right.
Rohan. Your voice is gay.
See, now you just making random shit.
Because he doesn't want to defend it.
He's basically pulling a Lamar right now.
Oh nah. If I wanted to pull
know the king
Lamar,
of-
you
king
guys
of
would have to
random.
trigger me. I'm not Lamar. I don't get
know
triggered
the
that
king of
easy.
random did not just say me.
Hmm.
Lamar,
You gotta
calm down.
Speak up a little bit with your chest there, Lamar.
Oh, see, now we start this again.
Yeah, we gonna start this.
What was
What's
that?
going on?
Yo, Finn Bell, get in there, man.
I can't hear you, man. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on with y'all?
Lamar, you
What's going on
good?
with you?
Thought you were gonna say
Lamar.
something, Lamar.
Lamar,
Yo,
don't
yo,
go, but
Lamar.
you passed up.
Lamar,
I'm
don't let
right
me say
here.
the F
I'm
word.
right here. What? Say it.
Xbox trash, bro.
That's the F word.
Yep.
No, that's
That
not
is
the F
the-
word I'm talking about.
Bro, that's the X word.
He literally that is a trigger word for Lamar, or a sentence, I should say.
Not that. I'm not gonna say that.
All I'm saying, Xbox must have a good so it's PlayStation.
Look.
it's like Xbox.
Whether at the end of the day, everybody has their own
Look.
opinion. Whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, whether it's Nintendo Switch, whether it's PC games, PC consoles, whatever.
Lamar, if you had to pick between playing PlayStation for the rest of your life or playing Xbox for the rest of your life, but you were even worse at 2K than you already are, which would you pick?
I pick Xbox, and I have multiple reasons why.
Even though you'd be even worse at 2K.
Yep.
I mean, from what I hear, 2K is easier on Xbox. Steven,
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues.
Bro, have you seen the
PlayStation
reviews
players
for
are the most
2K
toxic.
on Steam? Have you seen the reviews for fucking 2K on Steam? It's so bad. Apparently,
You don't-
on
you-
PC,
you
it's
never-
so
Nobody
bad.
even touches it.
You never
Nobody touches
get
it.
2K on PC. Who in the right mind decides to get a sports
Yeah,
game
that's just-
on PC?
That's
would.
cheating. That's cheating. You just pull
That's
take the hack.
cancerous.
It's
No, it's
not
not.
even cancerous. It doesn't work. Like there's a
Look,
reason why
Y'all gotta be like brave enough to be doing these things. Y'all a bunch of fucking pussies right now.
What the fuck are you
It just
talking
doesn't
about,
make
nigga? You
sense
talking-
to have a 7-foot player. Not even like 8 foot at that point. 'Cause you can make any height you want.
Look, man, I'm gonna make the Monstars team over here, and I'm gonna beat y'all.
Alright,
I'm gonna
true,
make a fat
true.
one, tall one,
See,
short one.
But you're gonna have no one to play with though.
That's okay.
You would think that the
I'm gonna declare
problem with
myself king.
playing it on PC is that people cheat. No, nobody plays on problem.
Look,
That's what I'm saying.
everybody
No-
cheats
nobody
regardless.
plays
Whether
on
you,
PC, because if you play a sports game on PC, you're basically setting yourself up for losing. Like that's how bad it is to play sports games on PC using a keyboard and mouse. You don't.
No. Why would you use the?
I don't know about why would you use a keyboard and mouse? I'm not going that far. I'd rather use a controller. Like I'll
Bro,
look at my
to
USB.
do it
man,
between
like,
the legs, you have to hold tab and do an infinity sign with the mouse.
Dude,
Chill.
This man said, my man said, a keyboard and mouse. Like I don't know what
but
you're
like,
doing.
But like, here's the thing now. Now coming back to basically our main topic, right? No.
Oh,
many
if I
people-
come back to this,
Well, no, because this is actually a connection we can make. Many people go ahead and choose consoles over PCs, mainly for the sports games and also for the fighting games, because you can't.
I wouldn't say
actually play-
mainly, but it's a big impact.
Well, I'd say big impact. Then I wouldn't say
spit it
mainly,
out, motherfucker.
but that's primarily why people get consoles. Is because it's much easier to play games with a controller that has everything there than for a person to learn with a keyboard and mouse and getting.
It's
their
not
action.
even knowing. It's like having a proper PC. Plus, you need to know.
Yeah,
what the hell
that's
you're
too.
doing.
You need
It's
to have a
like-
proper
Yeah.
PC.
And once your graphics card or RAM, like you either need to add more or change it out. And if you don't know any of that, it's like it's
That's
shit
it.
stressful.
Yeah,
You can
a
fuck it up
console's
and
so much
throw $1,000
easier
away.
because, like, with a console,
You
you
don't have
don't
to
have
replace
to
anything.
worry about,
It's
can it run
simple.
this
It's
game?
like-
Because it's
Hard drive.
made to
It's
be run
buy
on that
this,
console.
play whatever you want. It's like it's to the point. It's like there's no
Whereas on a
in-betweens, like,
PC,
you just
you
straight
can't
to it.
play certain stuff on certain PCs because it's not fast enough to run it. Because
I
games
thought it
aren't
was-
made
if
for
like what's it called? If it's not fast enough, you don't know how to like make it faster. It's like if you're not really like into any of that
Yeah,
tech
if
stuff,
you're
then
not
it's like
if you're not a tech geek, you won't understand basically how to go ahead and make your PC better or figure out why your PC is being.
it's just
shit.
gonna cost you so much more money to like get someone else to like upgrade it for you. It's just like
And
this is a
that
waste
is
of money.
another reason why people get consoles over PC. Many people who do PC gaming are tech geeks. They
Yeah, like they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Or they
know what
learn
they're
how to
doing.
do everything. It's like
Exactly. But if you go ahead and let's say, for example, you give like the generic fucking PS4 a PC, he ain't gonna know what the fuck to do after that shit's done. He gonna be like, GPU, RAM. What's this?
it's like
Like-
minimum specs. Like wait, what?
Minimum specs. I can't play on ultra settings. What? What's going on? I was just playing this on ultra like the
I
other
mean,
day.
to be
ago.
fair,
Yeah.
also, even though games released on consoles are obviously made for the consoles, have you ever tried playing some of these like free MMOs and shit on console?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Stop!
So
Stop
bad.
it!
They run like that shit.
Oh
Listen,
my
I will
God.
say this one thing.
Black Desert's probably the worst.
Warframe is
actually
the only
really
good
bad.
one out of all of them. Warframe's the only good one out of all of them.
Like
Even that's
Warframe was
not great.
designed in a way where it's like, I mean, at the start it was complete dog shit. Like, no,
Yeah, in the beginning, like the first year it dropped was fucking.
bro, it was
Bro.
so bad.
God, I don't even want to talk about that. But
Like I
fucking
remember like
over
just
time-
looking at it,
See, but
graphics,
that's the-
everything was terrible.
Exactly, but like that's the thing about Warframe that basically became like a staple for like an ideal AAA game was the way that the community,
Yeah,
or not the
free to
community, yeah,
play,
the way that the community and
Developers.
developers went ahead and they basically worked together. You don't
Yeah, they
have
just
that
give up
now
on
in
the
this
game,
day and
you know?
age. Exactly. Like, look at fucking Sony. I don't know if you guys heard about Last of Us 2. I'm not going to talk about it that much because I heard that there's a certain company out there copyrighting people.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
heard the
talk
bad
about
news.
it.
No. Well, no, we can't talk about specific things, but apparently that game is going to be ass. I mean,
Last of Us.
ass.
Last of Us.
I'd
Last
say
of Us.
I'm gonna wait till.
Is that like a surprise to anybody?
No,
Yes.
dude, Last of Us 1 did fucking amazing.
That's what I'm saying. It was a surprise to me.
Yeah, this is a my bad then. This is a big surprise then. Because nobody
really.
thought that Last of Us 2 was gonna be absolute garbage.
Yes, really.
The story is trash. The fucking character that everyone loved is dead because he got his fucking head bashed in by a fucking golf club.
I think you're just giving too much details.
Well, no, I didn't basically
You
say
gotta put
who,
a
but
spoiler alert. Well, no, but you said the character everyone loves and said he. So people
Like
are
basically all the people
yeah,
who
but
played it.
there's like 3 that people love, but like people are saying like for example like Angry Joe and like other game reviewers, they're basically saying that this game could change how gaming is now in a bad way.
You want to talk about
Naughty
a game
Dog.
that's absolute dog shit on the topic of developers? No
What?
Man's Sky.
Okay.
Remember when that came out?
Wake up.
Leave that in the dust. We don't talk about that game. It belongs in the category of 76.
Anthem?
Okay.
Anyone remember Anthem?
Yep, that belongs in the category of 76 as well.
No Man's Sky.
Anthem had like
Better than
everything going
No.
for it.
It had
Like,
so
they-
much potential.
It had.
looked
That's
so
what I was gonna say.
good.
It didn't have everything going for it. It had
If they
a
had
lot
just
of
stayed,
momentum
no.
and potential.
If they stayed with it, it could have been like, even though the release was
They did.
terrible, they could have fixed it. Like,
They did.
I know
though.
they're still
They-
trying to, like, but I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
they went ahead and they were trying to bring that game back from the dead, and
It's too
I
late.
saw a video on it. It's still not worth it. Like,
honestly,
dude, that,
like the gameplay was there. Like that's basically most of what you need
Dude,
anyway, and now you just need to fix
I will
the
say
minor
this.
stuff.
I will say this: the gameplay didn't look that bad. Like the actual.
I played it. Like, I
combat-
played the demo. It was fun. Like
Yeah, I played the
gameplay
demo as
itself
well.
was
I didn't
fun.
play the actual. So I mean, but I played the demo and all that type of stuff, and I liked it. It was pretty fucking dope. Like it undoubtedly reminded me of some stuff from Warframe, but it was a really fun game. Like I actually enjoyed it. But then the thing is,
it's
like,
just
I
their
don't-
systems, the looting, the like,
well, it's not even just
just
that.
the
too.
UI.
Did you
mad.
did you hear what happened about Anthem in its like development stages? The
What?
game wasn't ready to be released. The fucking actual I forgot who fucking made
mean,
the
neither
game.
Yeah,
was
'cause then they
Destiny
kept
1.
like restarting. Like
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it wasn't that they kept restarting. It's that they basically fascinating and they basically were saying like, oh yeah, we'll have it done by this and that, and like nobody was doing absolute jack shit. Like everybody thought it was EA's fault because EA was basically pushing this deadline onto them and telling them that they
Let's
can't
not
delay the
talk
game
about
anymore.
EA. Let's not talk about that bullshit.
But no.
Sports.
Here's the thing
It's in
though.
the
The
game.
most funniest thing is that this game wasn't EA's fault. It was fucking BioWare's fault. And that's why BioWare lost a shit ton of fucking goddamn workers and developers. Like, BioWare faulted on this game. Anthem could have been a really great game. Like, undoubtedly, people were saying that was the Warframe killer game. And you know, feel me, I kind of took that a little bit to
Well,
heart.
And-
even more than that,
and
people were
if-
saying it was going to be
I
a
mean,
Destiny
like-
killer.
Destiny.
bro, if
Yeah.
it was done
Yeah.
right,
They
it
were
could
going to
have.
kill
It could
Destiny
have.
2 and Warframe. But then the game came out.
Didn't keep up
The
with it.
game domed. The game domed. Not only did it domed people's PS4s. Literally, some people's PS4s had an
Stopped
issue
working.
where
Yeah.
it would always overheat.
I mean,
within
to be
the
fair,
span of 5
Destiny
minutes
2
of
is not
turning
even like anything special. Like if Anthem was done
Destiny 2
right,
is
it could have easily gotten rid of like Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, no
Yeah.
question.
But like the looting
I could
was
talk forever about
looting was
Destiny
bad.
2. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that game. Like I said, if they brought back Trials, I'd play it again. And the only reason I haven't gone back to it is because I still need to play through all the shitty content to get to Trials. Like I need to get my character up high enough to compete in Trials, and I just
Bro,
don't
the
know
light
fucking
scaling
with
is
it.
just like it just keeps going. It's like
Isn't it like
I'm good.
900 now?
It's like 1,000 or some shit.
It's over 1,000.
Yo,
Yeah.
actually,
But you need all the DLC to get that high.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
like
shit
that too. Like,
Oh, yo, I actually heard too that Destiny 2 did the most stupidest thing to like every person's like character, even new people. Like apparently, let's say for example, if you played the game previously and you were a lower light level got boosted all the way up to like I think 700 or some shit like that.
yeah. What about it?
Yeah, that's bad.
Wait, why?
You're
That's
now.
good. They
Okay,
boosted
so
everyone up.
hold on.
When they released
Yeah.
the DLC,
They're gonna be even
and if you
further
played
behind.
the
Like,
DLC,
that's,
they boosted you
that's
up if you're far behind. But yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong, real quick. Correct me if I'm wrong. But isn't light basically like combat rating? Like basically like the combat rating of like
Yeah,
all
your
your
power.
it's the power of your weapons and the defense
Yeah.
of your armor added together.
Yeah. Okay,
what about
so
it?
yeah, so then
And divided by, like,
why couldn't they do it where basically right? This is a similar system that a game called DC Universe, the way that they basically do it with their gear.
I fucking hate DC.
I hate DC too, but you know what? DC does some good things. They did some good things. Like for example, their raids, not bad. Their
Well, yeah,
mechanics
but
and gameplay
isn't
and
it
all that type of
like-
shit, different story?
It didn't used to
But-
be like this, but now it is. Isn't like you hit level 30 and then it's like every raid.
Combat rating.
No, I'm saying level.
It's
though.
combat.
Level 30.
No. After you hit level 30, that's not your level anymore. Everyone is level
Well,
30.
no,
After
I
that,
know.
it's like your
Yeah,
your
yeah.
light level.
Yeah, and
it's
that's
like
what
your
I'm saying.
light level.
To do any like 2-man raids or 4-man raids or whatever that are like level 2, I want to say, but it might be level 3 or above. You have to fucking purchase the fucking whatever premium shit it is. So it's like you finish the main game, you finish the campaign and stuff. You go buy your first set
I
of
know what you're
armor,
talking
and that's all
about.
you can do. Then you can't play
Yeah.
any of the actual end game
membership.
content.
And the
Membership.
escrow shit is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Bro.
yeah, so
hate
the whole
credit
that's
system is terrible.
that's the reason why
It's
a
a
lot of
free-to-play
people-
game, but their free-to-play system is absolute horseshit.
Yeah, it is. It's paid to
That-
win.
yeah,
It's-
that-
I don't know
their
if you ever heard
pay-to-play
of,
system is good.
What's it called?
But free-to-play is trash.
What's it called?
Yeah.
Star Wars: The Old Republic. I don't know if any of you heard.
Oh,
yeah, Star Wars: The Old
God.
Republic. Holy shit!
It's
That-
like
that's the
their free to
game.
play was pretty bad. Like, but you got a subscription which was like not too expensive and everything was perfect. It was like
Dude, that was actually the game that made that is the game that first made microtransactions come in under question. Like people always disliked microtransactions, but that's the game that made people think, okay, developers, you're taking it too far. Because someone worked it out, and it was like either hundreds or thousands of dollars you'd have to spend just to get like all the characters or some shit in the game.
Star Wars: Old Republic? No. Star Wars: Old Republic was the game where basically, like, literally just Rohan just said, where if you
Listen,
didn't have
no,
a
no.
membership, the game was shit. The game was so fucking shit.
Like, dude, the funny
Like,
thing is,
nothing
I
was
played through all of that. Like, I struggled so much in watching
you get
someone
the
else who
membership.
had a subscription. Bro, just breezed through the game. It's like, what the fuck?
Doing this shit, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
like, they were,
like literally.
dude, like, it's
okay.
ridiculous.
Imagine there's a door, Leo, right? And you open the door, but it's so fucking glitchy. Frames are bad, everything like that. It's so ass. But then all of a sudden, a dude with membership just opens the door like it's nothing. No lag, no nothing like
They
that.
even restrict how much gear, like the type of gear you get. They'll give you lower gear. You get a subscription, they start giving you higher shit, more money, more XP. Like everything is just so much better. It's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, the game you're talking about though, Leo, was Battlefront 2. That was the game that everybody.
Yeah, Battlefront 2.
Yeah, everybody was on the fence about that game, and that was a game that was also in the whole loot box gambling scheme, or not scheme, but scandal thing, whatever the fuck it is. All I gotta say is this: like I said, free-to-play games. If we're gonna go ahead and talk about them, every free-to-play game is trash except for 3 or 4.
I think Terra was
Obviously.
pretty solid with their free to play. Terra was solid. Like,
that
nothing was
a good
really wrong with
free-to-play.
that.
Exactly. Warframe was a good free-to-play. Fuck yeah.
What else was there?
See, the thing is,
I wouldn't
what
say
I think separates a good free-to-play game from a bad free-to-play game is like, if a free-to-play game doesn't feel free-to-play, you don't, like, for example, Smite.
it doesn't feel free to play. It feels like a really well-made fucking MOBA. Like, that's fine. You know, same with like Warframe. It doesn't feel like a free-to-play game because of how much shit is there, and that you don't actually have to pay to get anywhere in the game. Exactly. Whereas, like, when you look at like, you know, some other free-to-play games, you can tell they're free-to-play just from the loading screen.
Bro, whenever like spending money gives you like just every advantage possible, it's just like you might as well just never.
Bro,
just close
when
you can pay or
spending money,
close.
when spending money gets you to play the game faster, is when it's an issue. And I'm saying that right now.
If the shop consists of like cosmetics and like just stuff to make your character look better, then like
that's pretty dope. That's pretty
perfect.
dope. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing. That's why I always go ahead and I always reference fucking Warframe's video games, because Warframe is very good because not only, right, is that everything in the game you can get for free. It's just that you have to basically, you know, be patient. There's a time limit for everything. You can get the paid currency within the game. The only thing that is unattainable in the game are prime accessories. Other than that, prime frames, war frames, weapons, prime weapons, mods, you name it. All of that shit's free. Now let's go ahead and look at another game, DC Universe. You have to pay
Can't even play after campaign missions.
Hold on.
You can play the first raid over again.
You can play up to 4 tiers for free. 4 tiers for free. After that,
can't even buy the highest health potion with all the money you can hold.
Oh my god!
So you can buy one. You can buy one.
You have to wait $15 just for a month to speed grind your ass all the way up to the max rank. And you might not even hit that max rank. You go ahead and you spend $15 to go ahead and have the maximum amount of fucking money you can carry. But by the time it's over, you're back to 2,000.
Yeah, just like you can hold up to a maximum of 1,500, and then the most expensive XP pots are like 1,000. Health pots are like 1,250.
They're like 2,000.
Oh, was there 2,000 as well? Okay, so yeah, never mind. You can't even buy the highest one.
It's just trolling you. It's like, hey, almost there.
Dude, when I used to play the game, all the stuff that you sell, I would actually keep in storage. Because then I knew, like, okay, instead of selling this and it going to escrow, I can make my storage box my escrow. So when I spend this, I have things to sell to get straight back to the cap. Because like, that's what you have to do.
Bro, you gotta spend money just to repair your gear.
Yeah,
it's like you don't have access to your own money.
They show you, like, oh, here's your house. Where would you like to move into? You get a house, and it's like, oh, this is where this is. By the way, you can't use it unless you pay. This is where this is. By the way, you can't use it unless you pay. And then here's this. By the way, you can't use it.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. It's like here's a cool vendor and you can access from directly your home. Oh, you don't have membership? You better waste that $15.
This vendor, you know that one where it's like, oh, this vendor will send you gifts during raids when you need extra help and all that stuff. Can't use it. Needs to pay. Yeah, supply drone. Needs to pay.
You need membership. You need membership. Yep. Like, that's the thing I'm trying to, like, to change your powers or to change something about your character.
You want to use lightning? You have to pay.
Exactly. Warframe, free, my guy. You can choose whatever the fuck character you want as long as they're paid. But in DC, nope. You got to spend that extra $5, $10.
The only thing you really need to buy is like slots for like the Warframes and weapons.
Exactly, which is basically 12 plat a pop, where it's basically a 75 fucking plat for $5 versus 500 marketplace cash. Not even enough to change your power because it's 1,000. So that means that you need $10 worth of marketplace cash, which is 1,000 credits, right?
Yeah.
You want to know how much it actually costs to change your whole fucking character from personality to power to height to all that? About almost $30 fucking dollars. I have to waste $30 just to change my fucking character? I'm good, bro. I'm good. You can.
So dumb
shit. I might as well get fucked in the ass for $1 billion in that shit.
Chill.
I'm not wasting $30 on a fucking character, nigga. I can go down to the fucking block and waste $30 on buying an ace. But I can't waste $30 on a fucking video game character. That's too much.
I'm gonna bite to eat. Y'all can talk about what you think about free-to-play games. Mikey and Lamar been dead for a minute now.
Cause
You don't play no free-to-play games, Mikey?
besides Fortnite? Besides Fortnite? No.
Okay, you want to talk about Fortnite? I mean, I can go ahead and say one thing. Fortnite's fucking trash.
That's a bit of an
Why is it
overexaggeration.
trash?
Why is it trash?
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get some food. I'll be right back.
Why is it
And here we go. And here we go. See, this is why I'm the perfect devil's advocate. But listen, you're telling me that a game that was built solely for the purpose of battle royale. Actually, no, my mistakes. In the beginning, it wasn't even battle royale.
No, it wasn't.
It was a whole fucking like actual mission base. You had to craft your
Save
shit.
the world.
Yeah,
was
but they
amazing.
realized how popular
Exactly, and
the
to be
genre was
honest with
getting,
you,
so like they just
Yeah.
went with it.
exactly. But correct me if I'm wrong too. Didn't you have to pay for that type of Fortnite beforehand? Didn't you have to pay like $20?
Save the world.
Yeah,
Save the
like,
world, yeah.
Yeah, you have to pay for it. So
well, now you have to pay for it. I'm pretty sure.
No, you always have to.
Yeah.
The-
Save the world was
okay,
never free.
okay.
Save the world.
Okay. So basically, battle royale was free.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so like I was saying, so it goes from a perfect MMO fucking game, right? Where basically you craft your shit, you work with your teams, all that type of stuff, to then battle royale. Now, we've all had a fair share of battle royales in a game. I've played about fucking 5. And out of all those 5s, there's only one
I've
game
played
that I
like
can go ahead and say that they do their
2
system
or
well.
3.
And that's fucking PUBG.
PUBG.
PUBG versus fucking Fortnite. Okay. Fortnite. Y'all got the fucking mechanics. Y'all got the combat. Shit's wide. Alright? I ain't gonna lie. Shit's dope. But then it comes down to the... I can't say that word. Even though I really want to.
Yeah.
But it comes down to that one little piece of shit that is building a whole fucking Eiffel Tower for no reason.
Just talk about the building.
Oh,
No. It's not even just a building. This is mechanics. I'm not even onto the paid shit. I'm not even onto the paid shit. How the fuck?
Huh?
Paid.
Yeah.
You don't-
Well, skins and shit like that.
Oh, those
You
are
know
The
what I mean?
skins don't do anything.
Oh, I know.
Because-
I'm not saying that the skins do stuff. I'm just saying like that's the only paid shit. That's what I'm saying is good. But now going back to comparing it to another battle royale game, it's not. This is why. The building. I'm just gonna touch on this again. The building in that game has gone to a fucking point where if you do not fucking break your thumbs or your fucking joysticks, you're not gonna fucking win. Right? You're not gonna win.
I mean,
Blame
to
people
be
for
fair,
adjusting
like,
though. You
at the
blame
start,
people
no
for
one
of course
knew
I can't. Of course I
how
can't.
to
And
really
trust me,
play the game. Like, as it was
Exactly.
No
intended.
one knew. And now
Exactly.
you know, so what is the problem?
Well, it's not that the problem is this. Is that now basically let's put it in a sense like this, right? My
can't
code-
fucking compete.
Mhm.
It's not even you can't compete. It's like these niggas who are building Eiffel Towers and statues of liberties within the span of fucking 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's called
Right.
a PC.
No, nigga, he plays
do
on
that
a
on console,
controller and
too.
he does that shit.
No.
Yeah.
Controller's gotten to a point where you can do that. Like, it's not the
Exactly. You can
same
do
like
that shit on
speed,
a fucking controller.
but it's comparable.
Exactly. But that's the thing I'm trying to say is that in a battle royale game, I'm worried about killing motherfuckers and getting to the top number 1. I'm not worried about this motherfucker building a huge ass Eiffel Tower so you can get the high ground on me and Anakin my shit. Like, no, I'm good, bro. Like, I don't. What? I'm over here shooting at this
Fortnite
nigga
never
and this
added
nigga-
the building. It would have just turned into like one of his other shits, like Realm Royale,
But-
another
But
random.
like that's the thing though, Lamar, and you can't lie with me. Name a time. I don't know if you play PUBG, but like, there's been numerous of times where I played PUBG and I'm in a fucking building and I'm hunkering down with my fucking like my squad or whatever, or even by myself, and like niggas are coming into the fucking house. It's like fucking Home Alone all over again, my guy. I'm over freaking trapping niggas, fucking bamboozling motherfuckers. I'm over here hitting niggas on the head with a fucking shotgun. Like that shit's fun because it's a rush. They're coming at you. You have to defend your grounds and stuff like that. Not PUBG. Fortnite, it's like, oh shit, I'm getting shot. Quick, Eiffel Tower. And that's it. Nigga just flies away afterwards. Just, you're never gonna kill that nigga. Or he'll snipe you from the top.
So you get killed.
Or he'll snipe you from the top.
Nah, they don't necessarily use like sniper's not the best option for them. If you're like,
Yeah,
if you have
or
the high-
rock, but like here's the thing: if you don't,
saying, how is that nigga trash?
mechanics, combat,
Like I don't see where
zero
this is
combat,
No,
zero
I see where
combat,
it's different.
zero
I see where-
combat.
don't get me wrong. I see
Yes,
where
if
it's
you want to
different.
say
but
the
how's it
building
trash?
sucks,
So how's
that's
it trash?
fine.
You
But-
think? Okay, listen. Take out the building, 100% combat. Put the building in there, like 50% combat. If I'm getting shot at, I'm not gonna
No.
go ahead and pull out a blueprint
Bro,
out
now
my
you
ass
have
and start building.
Nah, bro. Now
Yeah,
you
but
gotta
the
work
game is
around
not like
it.
a. But you gotta understand that game is not like a. I don't know how to call it. It's not really
It's a
realistic
kid's
if you think
version
about it.
of-
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
an
It's
arcade
not
version,
realistic.
arcade.
It's
That's what
my
I'm
bad. It's a kid's
So you
version
can't like
battle
for what
royale.
it's made for. You can't really try to say that.
True,
it's not
but
really
like,
realistic.
that's the thing. But
So you
like,
can't
I'm
really
not-
take it serious. Like
Okay, let me put it in a sense like this.
I'm gonna you would drink a
Let me
fucking
put-
potion
let
to
me-
get shield, like versus I'm gonna put on armor. Like
Well, okay, hold on. Because to be honest with you, fucking PUBG doesn't have armor. I don't even know.
I know, but I mean, like, other-
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
well,
taking
COD
pills.
and stuff. Yeah,
Warzone.
COD. Yeah. But
Warzone,
we
Blackout.
don't talk about COD's fucking battle royale. That's
They still battle royale regardless when you talk about the
but
battle.
it's fucking trash. I'll tell you that much.
It's not that bad.
Warzone's
It's not-
alright.
Yeah, it was
Warzone's alright. Black Ops 4 is fucking battle royale.
Blackout?
But
Blackout.
Blackout was alright. It was
Yeah,
alright for like
potential.
for the first 3 months, but then they
Yeah,
ruined
He
it.
potential.
just sounds like
then
he's just a hardcore PUBG stan and have a problem with every single battle royale except for
Yeah, but like the thing, but like here's the thing. Okay, like I said,
Mhm.
coming from basically where you guys are saying, I can see what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
It's not meant to be taken real. It doesn't have these realistic concepts and all that type of stuff. But Fortnite is a kid's version of a battle royale.
We
Point
understand that.
proven and said. Yes,
Yeah,
you
we understand that.
understand,
Yes.
but the other people do not. There was an
Mhm.
era
Okay.
where Fortnite was being praised as the best game around.
Because predominantly kids, teens, maybe adults played it too. And you know, kids were the viewers.
everybody was
And
playing
not
it.
only that too, but Ninja was in the fucking scene. But
Yeah, and kids watched them. They were the
No,
Exactly.
The thing is, like, Fortnite was already popular. Like, Ninja just kind of
just
popped on the wave. Like, you didn't really make it, like, necessarily more popular. Like, he was already there. He just
I knew about Myth
joined.
before Ninja. Myth.
yeah, Myth was there.
A
before Ninja,
lot
you're
of
right.
Ninja's success was being in the right place at the right time. Like he
Yeah,
was
like,
he
literally.
was a really good person at the game at a time where people were looking for content on it. And because the game grew so quickly, so did he.
No, yeah,
Obviously he
YouTubers
has
grew
other
with that.
traits and stuff as well, but
yeah, but like that's the thing. Like I said, like, but when it comes to like now basically comparing it to all the other battle royale games out there, you have those again. Sorry, Lamar, but I have to say it like this. A fanboy
Mhm.
like Lamar who goes ahead and defends the fucking game so hard that they don't even know what the fuck they're saying out of their ass.
Hey.
And it's like, Like,
Nigga
I had
said
a
I'm the
person-
fan. Like you didn't just post some bullshit out your ass about how Fortnite sucks and the only good battle royale is PUBG.
hold up.
What?
First of all,
And we
What?
started trying to
First
figure out how it's trash.
First of all, PUBG is an amazing.
It's the greatest battle royale game of all time.
All
Every
time.
battle royale game
Technically
after it,
speaking,
it's not
technically
good.
speaking-
All of them are
technically
garbage. They're
speaking-
trash. PUBG did it first.
technically speaking, PUBG came before Fortnite, and Apex is even better than Fortnite. I haven't brought
Congratulations.
Apex in. I haven't even
Congratulations.
brought Apex
Look what
in.
PUBG is.
What are you trying to say about PUBG?
I mean, Fortnite is so
It's good.
popping both of them. So-
Okay,
But
PUBG
Fortnite is funny up the game.
Okay, but that okay.
Not
so
on
now
the
let's
level of
compare it to
Fortnite or
fucking
Apex.
Apex is better than Fortnite and PUBG.
Really? I never heard people say that.
Sales.
I
Niggas are bringing up sales, and Fortnite is still king.
Look, I seen gameplay of Apex.
Okay, you're not a fan of
Wait,
the
wait,
building,
hold
so
the fuck up.
like,
Did you just
okay.
say Fortnite won in sales?
Versus what?
As in money that they.
But that's from skins. PUBG doesn't. PUBG
You mean
Yeah.
microtransactions?
That's from
Yeah, but
getting your
the
whole
game is
investment
free,
from
bro.
the card.
Microtransactions, that's not from the actual game. If we're talking about
Yeah, but it's
game,
free.
PUBG has made millions. But if we're talking about from microtransactions, then yes,
Yeah,
fine.
but
Fortnite can have
PUBG
that.
is not free.
And there you go. And there you go.
You can't make that comparison. Like, obviously, Fortnite's gonna make any money like off because like we're comparing the battle royale, not like the story mode that they have, right? It's like PUBG,
No. The story mode,
has a price.
in my opinion, the story mode
Fortnite
way
is
better
free.
than the battle royale.
Like the only thing you have to pay for is the cosmetics and like the battle pass. Like obviously that's the only thing they're gonna be making money from, and other like partnerships and other shit outside of that. But like PUBG is a price. Fortnite there isn't. So it's like
Okay, so if you're basically coming from that perspective, okay, fine. Then let's compare Apex.
Apex. I mean like
I just want to know how
Apex has
Fortnite's
better-
trash. I'm still waiting for the end.
Like I said, he's been pulling out straight
Again,
bullshit out of his ass.
if
He
you're
can't even
talking
prove that
about
it's trash.
Hold on.
Okay.
How the fuck am I pulling bullshit out of my ass when I'm over here basically saying that I never said Fortnite in and basically what it's going for and what it's going for as a
Wait a minute,
kid-friendly
he's
battle royale
backtracking.
is not. No, I'm not backtracking. Nigga, I'm repeating what I have to say because apparently fanboys like you don't know what the fuck I've been saying. Again. So why are you saying it's not trash then, Lamar? I'm very sure you like that Travis Scott concert.
Yeah, I did.
understand the game for
I
Fortnite-
ain't gonna lie though, too. That Travis Scott concert.
because
that
I
Travis
know
Scott
not to take Fortnite seriously. It's not made to be like a
True,
realistic
but again,
battle royale.
like I said,
What it
bro,
is,
like I
it
said,
does its job very well. It's
Yeah,
an
like, it's supposed to be
arcadey battle royale
appealing.
game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be appealing to the eye. Have
So then let's stop getting the people in the Fortnite community all rowdy up when every time they go compare it to another battle royale game, they go ahead and say, "Oh no, Fortnite automatically wins."
because it just
That's
depends.
basically
Like,
what I'm
which
arguing
one's
about.
easier
That's
to
what I'm
play?
basically saying how it's trash. When it's being compared to other battle royale games, it is fucking trash. But when it's
I mean,
fucking actually
like, what are you
for the game that
comparing?
it is.
What are you comparing? For like, okay, I know you hate the building, so that's obviously just a negative. So like any
Yeah,
battle royale
exactly. So
without
I'm not-
building,
I'm not-
you're
I'm
just
not
gonna be a
talking
fan.
about- I'm not talking about the
So
You
building.
hate the
I'm-
weapons.
I am
what
now
you, what you
talking-
hate?
I
The
am-
weapons,
I
the
am
game
now
modes, how it set up the leagues. What you hate?
gameplay. Well, again, mine is building.
What
Mine
about
is
it
building.
per se?
Mine is building. Okay,
Like-
so Apex, right?
Mhm.
Looting system for Apex, in my opinion, is way better. Rarity.
Okay, I mess with it. I see.
Obviously,
it.
they both
I see
they
it.
both have rarity and stuff like that.
Oh,
Right?
you can have that one. Okay.
Understandable, but in my opinion, Apex does it a lot better. You have,
No, I can agree
you
with
know,
that.
you
I see
know
it.
what you have to get. You have to get that higher level of gear in order to defeat that. But you don't need higher gear in order to defeat somebody. Now, in fucking Fortnite, you just get a fucking potion, or you get those small potions. And I remember too, there was a time where this was a meta where everyone would just use those small potions to get up to 50, and that was basically all you needed. You would get up to 50, done. That's all you needed. Right.
I'd say a big thing I prefer with Apex, I just put
can do that.
Apex's map
Apex is a-
design.
Yeah, and
No,
actually
no,
that too.
no,
Apex
no,
has a better
no.
map.
Nah, I don't really like. it.
I really don't care.
I
for
mean,
the
I don't
Well,
map.
like
I
the
like,
currency.
I like the looting system. Though. miss
I
the
like
looting
I
system.
like
Yeah.
the old map. I like the old map better than the new map they got. But like I said, with Fortnite, again, when it comes to looting, Apex wins that. Now combat, Apex again.
I think combat.
It depends.
Apex.
That's debatable.
That's
Because-
really
no,
debatable
well,
to me.
See, with me, the reason why I said it is because
Like,
the
what
way I play
about the
Apex
combat?
when I do play it is I don't play to where I just have set, like, you know, say for example, I have this gun, and now I'm gonna go kill niggas. Like I have a sniper. Oh, okay, I can hit him from range, or I got a rocket launcher. Okay, I can destroy his shit. No, it's like you pick up a sniper, and you're like, okay, how do I want to play this sniper? Do I want to actually use this shit for long range, or do I want to use this shit for short range? Or the shotgun? Do I want to go ahead and add this attachment on that makes it stronger, but at the cost that I have to go ahead and? You see what I mean? It offers variety, different play styles.
Customizability. All right, fair enough.
Exactly. Customizability that leads into different play styles, that leads into variety of how you play the game. It is unique in that case because that is what makes a game interesting. It's not about the fact of just, okay.
You can say the same thing about Fortnite's building. That what makes it unique.
That's
like,
yeah.
I think Fortnite.
Yeah, that's their
just
gimmick,
Again,
you know?
like I said, I said minus the building because we're not.
But that's like a huge aspect of the game. That's
Yeah,
like
but-
saying, all right, minus the customizability in Apex. You have then.
Okay, but here's the thing. What is the one?
What?
Huh? What happened to you?
Did I lag out?
Yeah.
No, you're still here. We can.
No,
just like,
I said when I
Yeah, when
when
you
I
spoke
said-
it.
I said what is the one thing that everyone fucking builds in Fortnite
Eiffel Tower.
what do you mean?
One
when
by
you
one?
get shot?
No, it depends. One by one.
No, no,
Eiffel
I'm saying-
Tower, it depends. It really depends on the
Normally
situation.
one by one. Yeah, it's only one by one.
You see what I mean now, right? That is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Building
Well,
is a
it's like-
defense mechanism. It is there to basically.
I mean, you're getting
defend
shot. Do you want to
No, you
stand there?
definitely could use it for
and die?
offense.
No, but that's what I'm
I,
saying.
mean, that's
though.
the,
That's what I'm
I feel like
saying.
in Apex, your positioning is more important because in Fortnite, you can just build one by ones to
You
fix
can
bad-
make your
Exactly.
positioning.
Yeah, and if you got a
You
bad
make-
position in
make-
Apex,
just
you're
make
just
the
done.
position.
Exactly. So
But
you
that-
have to
but
have
that
good
creates
positioning.
your
You have to
openings.
be more skilled.
Exactly.
You have to have better
Whereas
awareness and
Fortnite,
positioning.
again, like literally.
Yeah,
like
and the
Lamar
more skilled
said,
person that like with the building is gonna win. Like it's like whoever's better at
But
building is like.
that's what we're trying to say. If you have a person who is good at
And
gunning
even
skill,
okay, all right. So
but
even
is
if you do
excellent in
like
building.
have better building, sometimes you still might lose because the person has better accuracy. Like it's like
Yeah.
you need a balance of both. So with Apex, it's like you get in a bad position, you're kind of cornered, you're just done. Like there is no
Not-
hope.
I mean, you can kind of get out of it, but not
For
necessarily all
like
the way
for
there.
most cases, you're fucked.
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
like that's the
Your fault, but then that's your fault for having bad positioning. That's
exactly.
something you need to learn
and
from.
you learn.
Whereas
from
in
that.
Fortnite,
Bro.
building is just a scapegoat. It's like, oh, I have bad
You
positioning.
can't
Guess
really
I'm
say
gonna
that
build.
though.
Well,
It's
that
like
can't be a
Wait,
scapegoat,
hold up,
because not
hold up.
everybody
No,
can
no,
really
no, no,
build,
no,
though. That's not really. Not
Hold up,
everybody can
hold
build
up,
like
hold
that.
up, hold up.
just
hold up,
because you
hold up.
can build doesn't mean
Yeah,
you're gonna
that doesn't mean you're
survive
gonna
in the
survive
situation.
or succeed.
Okay, let me put it in a sense like this. Let me put it in a sense like this. We have two types of people, right? We have a person who is excellent at fucking aim, positioning, everything like that. He is the top dog of what he does. And you have another person who is semi-mediocre at aim, but is so fucking godlike in building that his defense is impervious. Who do you think is gonna win?
I wouldn't say him.
The
but
nigga with the
the
aim.
guy with better accuracy.
Nigga, the
Like,
aim.
No, the guy
No.
with the
You don't play
If he's
Fortnite
top,
enough.
okay.
Let
so
me
if
tell
he's
you
top
why.
tier-
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
Bro,
why.
you don't
It's
even play
basically
Fortnite
what
enough.
Lamar,
minutes.
no, because it's what Lamar said a few minutes back that I caught on to. He says
What
that
I said?
building can be turned offensively. If you know how to build defensively, the best offense is defense. So if
Bro,
you
and I've
are
killed
able to
many
go
people
ahead
with
and
better building skills, so it's like my aim was just better.
that's
you
what
the
I'm
best
saying.
offensive person.
But
So if
that's
that's
what
the
I'm
case.
saying.
You probably would snipe or kill that nigga before he even gets the chance to do that.
No, he won't, because what happens if that person doesn't want to pop out? What happens if he knows that that person can go ahead and gun him down, but he knows that he's going to go ahead and wait?
Okay, for him to even do that, he has to see him, and then he has to do the defense mechanism for this even to work.
Well, at first, too, the person who's basically got the better aim would shoot at that person. The moment that he shot on him, and since he's
Exactly,
amazing
and that
at
would be the dude who's the best shooter.
But he's the dude with the best fucking building in the game.
That's
He's
only gonna
the
help
But
you
the
for
shooter
so
saw
long.
him first.
Alright,
But the shooter saw him first.
This is gonna go on forever at this point. And it's
Look,
already,
If he
it's
has a
already
better
been.
aim and a
yeah,
better
let's
position,
move it
he's
on.
going to
I
die.
mean, it's already been an hour and 20 minutes. So we've been on
I just
Fortnite
don't
long
see-
enough.
I was
So
gonna say, I don't
yeah.
understand how Fortnite's trash. You still didn't prove the points.
Again,
yeah, like-
I see
Wait,
the I see the differences.
You're
Okay,
just biased
so-
towards the building. All right, understandable. You
so-
don't like it. It's whatever.
Okay,
Like,
fine. No,
Couple-
fine.
compete.
We'll put in the
Okay.
building.
Compete.
right,
Bro,
couple,
put in the
couple
building.
closing
I see
questions.
I see the differences. It's cool. It's
Do
just not
you
trash.
see the differences?
Yes, I see the
Yes, you see
differences.
the
Right.
Shut
I
up,
tell
boy.
you,
What makes it
community,
trash?
to stop comparing its trash ass.
We are not-
Shut
Shut
up, Battle Royale.
But why is it
okay.
trash?
Bro, okay, we can be honest forever, but I'm saying we're not part of the community, but at the same time, we're not gonna doubt the game or just say it's trash.
Yeah,
We're
but
just
I'm
not
not
gonna do
saying
that.
trash for the game that it's trying to be. Like I said, I agree with you guys when you guys are saying that it's supposed to be a shooty arcade game, that it's not supposed to be taken seriously. They have nothing that's competitive in that game. They have nothing like that. But the community is so
Wait, what do you mean it's not?
driven.
Okay.
Competitive.
Anyway,
They have
moving
some
on.
competitive.
Moving the fuck
Wait,
on.
how is the
I'm
game not
tired of talking
competitive?
about Fortnite. I want to go to bed. I'm tired of
I was
shit.
about to say, are we really about
So-
to talk how...
So, I have 3 questions for everyone to answer because it's all out, okay? And I don't know if fucking Melly's even here, but whatever. So, the question is, like going back to the original topic that we were talking about, is what console do you prefer? Which next-gen console are you likely to buy? And what games are you looking forward to next year, if any? Considering how bad games have been.
Go Luxxoh.
So, yeah,
I mean,
let's do Lamar first.
So
No,
Lamar,
don't start off with me first.
no, we're starting with you. Lamar, we're just looking for answers. We're not going to debate this. We just want answers. Which console do you prefer? So first one, what do you prefer?
Me?
Which console? Yep.
I prefer Xbox.
Okay, which next-gen console are you buying?
The Xbox.
Give me the Xbox.
Actually, for the first one, I definitely Switch, and I am gonna get an Xbox.
Fair enough. And I'm guessing that's just because all of us are on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, whatever helps you sleep at night. Alright. And then, are there any games you're looking forward to that are coming out?
Nope, not really. Nothing's caught my eye yet.
Bro. Alright, Mikey.
There is a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 coming out.
Really?
And it's gonna be co-op. It's gonna be
probably not until next year, maybe. They're probably gonna announce it this year, maybe.
Alright, you said what I prefer?
Right, so which console do you prefer?
I prefer PlayStation.
So, what next-gen console are you buying?
It depends. The PS5 don't turn out how I want it to be. Did I get the Xbox? If not, I just go to a Switch. Just make it that simple.
Bro.
Playing 2K on a portable Switch.
And any games you're looking forward to that are coming out?
To be honest with you, nothing.
Fair enough. I feel like everyone's gonna say nothing, or at least most of us. Right, Justin, which console do you prefer?
PS4.
Which next gen are you buying?
PS5. But
any
I'm
games?
Also consider getting a PC. Jesus, no, not really.
Right, I feel like we're gonna have to quickly get up a list of games that are gonna be coming out.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Unless you do.
I mean, I've been keeping up, so like I kind of know.
Fuck, I know. Even though it's a dead genre now, but Battle. I heard that they were announcing Battle this year. I hope they actually.
Okay, I'm looking at a list of games.
Yeah, I know. I tried to hold my laugh back too, dude. They're not bringing that shit back, dude. That shit died.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fucking damn, they got fought in the war. Go ahead.
No, Battlefield dead or you died.
I'm fought in the war, not me in the war, damn.
I don't think you get it, Lamar.
I was gonna say.
Wait, what?
Okay. I don't think Battlefield's the only one that died.
Oh.
Okay.
Still get it. Yeah, it's fine. Just go on.
We'll skip me for now.
Chase.
Chase.
I get you.
PlayStation 5, and no, I don't know.
Simple. Rohan?
For me, like getting the new console was based on like where my friends are at, and like that was just kind of it. Like I didn't really care for either one. Like personally, I prefer like the UI on Xbox. Like it just seems cleaner, more organized. It's like easier to get around and things. And for like, so like I don't prefer either one of them. It's like whatever's looking better, or wherever people are at. It's like I'll go with. It's like makes zero difference. For the next console, it's kind of like the same. It's like I'm gonna get whatever like the majority is at. Like
if not, we just
because
get
like
Switches,
it's
Yeah.
like
Be honest with
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am gonna get a Switch Lite at some point, but
By the way, Lamar. Rohan,
as for the game that I'm looking forward to, probably like Horizon Zero Dawn 2. If it's done right and it has co-op, like that sounds great.
I'll actually play that game with you.
That would be. Oh,
It's like if you played the first Horizon, like the world is beautiful. There's no question about it.
definitely.
And if you can add another person to that, like you can just hunt and do shit together, like that sounds amazing.
I love the hunting system in that game.
Like I literally platinum the game. Like I don't do that for. I got like maybe 4 platinum trophies. And I've played God knows how many games.
I think this conversation lasted long enough.
Wait, I didn't get my say, bitch.
Yeah, he didn't get his say.
Yeah, I skipped
Alright,
myself,
Leo.
so Jason can
Where
go.
you
Yo, which
Oh,
console?
wait, Jason did?
Jason already
Yeah,
answered.
I already said it.
it was.
No, this
It was
I don't know where he
Justin.
went.
Yeah, he said PlayStation 5, and there's nothing he's looking forward to.
Yeah.
I skipped me.
Leo.
For me, same.
What do you
PlayStation 5. The only game that I completely forgot about that I'm kind of looking forward to is Godfall, which was the first game that was announced on
yeah, I've
PlayStation
seen
5.
that.
Wait a minute. I've heard of
That
that.
gameplay
Isn't
looked
Yep.
amazing. Right?
They showed off 2 games. The second game they showed was the Ghost of Tsushima game, but the first one they showed off was called Godfall, and it's produced by
Yeah,
Gearbox.
I saw that, bro.
I'm
That
hoping
game
that
looks so
comes
good.
out good. Outside of that, I can't think of much. Apparently, there's a SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom game, Rehydrated, coming out.
Yeah.
Actually, if that's the one I
That's-
think it is, then
that's-
I might have to cop that. If that's
That
a
sounds
remaster,
like-
Yeah, it's gonna be
I might
nice
have
to
to
know.
I
cop.
might cop that.
I'm copping that 100%.
If you get to play through all those little like adventures they did, like have the
Yeah.
music and everything,
Instead of
that sounds good.
instead of being called remastered, it's called Rehydrated. I'm pretty sure this is the one I played on fucking PS2 or whatever it was.
It is. It's a remaster. Of it.
Get that
Yeah.
shit.
Damn, you sound
Oh,
hype
buddy.
as hell.
That game.
Oh,
I
shit.
played
Yo.
that when I was younger.
It's actually being produced by THQ.
Oh.
THQ.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't really know a whole lot.
Whoa.
What did they normally make then?
They're really fun.
Saints
They
Row,
were like the big
WWE
company
games.
when PS2 was the thing.
Yeah.
No.
Like they were like the
When they went
Activision of the
bankrupt.
PS2 era, kind of.
So like, I didn't really know a
Right,
whole lot.
but they're still here.
Yeah, I didn't even know they
Activision
still
went
fucking made
bankrupt.
games.
Oh, I didn't even-
THC.
Wow, Rocket.
I could have sworn
Rocket
I
League had
saw
the
that
Rocket
on a
League?
Jack and Dexter.
Yeah.
Probably.
Epic took
It is-
over.
Like
and
they
then
made
did,
like they
Oh.
made Destroy All Humans as well, which is a great fucking game.
Saints Row.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Saints Row.
Saints Row 2 remastered. Have that.
There's a third. Dark
There's
Side.
a new hero.
Let's
The
go to.
Overwatch shit. Oh, by the way, Lamar, Mike, I'm not done with that fucking Fortnite talk.
Okay, well then let's end it. Right, let's end it here so you guys can have that
We're
Fortnite
not
talk so I can go
having
to
it
bed and watch Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, I know. We're
Can I
not.
stop
We're
talking?
not having it right now.
Can we stop talking?
Alright, bet.
Can we just end it?
Yes, let's end it. Okay, thank you everyone for coming by and hearing this dumb shit.
Xbox sucks.
You see, Xbox always has to defend themselves.
No,
when
see you
you
later.
Alright,
Bye.
bye everyone.
That's it, we out,
Peace.
we out.
See you later.
We out.